Welcome. Come along on this journey throughout the East-West College complex. Imagine the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the flowers are flowering. It's not like this every day. Well, it rains a lot, but anyway, as you can see, there can be beautiful days. We have some wonderful facilities here at East-West. Every building you see has been miraculously provided by God. We have begun our tour in one of the classrooms, a space in which we use to run ministry team meetings, early morning prayer meetings, and orientation of new students. We're now whizzing past the media room and into classroom 2. This is home to our first year students. From Monday to Friday, the students engage in many different forms of classroom learning. Our first year students are a very multicultural bunch, and so you can imagine the learning must be quite special. Past the dedicated prayer space into the open library area. When I was a student here in 2006, the library was a lot smaller than it is now. Yet every book and shelf and resource you can see in this very large missions library has been graciously provided by God. We also open up our library to others outside of the college who need resources for their Christian studies. These study tables are often used by students to work away at their assignments and to have life-building and memorable conversations with each other. This extension to the library houses the student desks where they can have their own dedicated study space. Sometimes people just need a break, and the student lounge is a great place for that. To engage in conversation, to grab a hot drink, to do a puzzle, to have evening aerobics, or catch early morning sports watching the All Blacks, and of course, a space for missions cafe nights. We are really blessed to have this library facility. Let's carry on with the journey outside again. The sun is still shining? Great. As you can imagine, with all these open spaces, there must be a lot of work to do. But God has graciously provided staff volunteers to keep this place running. It used to be a potato field, but a few individuals had a strong vision to see a missions training college. The first student to arrive on campus was surprised that there were no facilities. The Contemplative Garden is a space where students and staff can go to reset, reflect, recharge, and refocus. As you can imagine, study and work can sometimes be challenging, and so the college has worked hard on providing spaces for self-management, rest. For example, this prayer labyrinth, this mud and straw prayer house. Each space in the Contemplative Garden shares its own unique story. The olive tree grove leads up to the cross, which brings us a reminder of the reason why this college exists, for God's glory and for His kingdom. Let's carry on with the journey now throughout the college grounds. We have staff accommodation houses on site and student accommodation, and we reside together in one big community. It might take a little time to walk around, so I actually need to start running. So please, run with me. We're now flying past the gym on the left. This used to be the first office and library of the college. We have student accommodation from 2 to 3 bedroom flats, often home to 1 or 2 singles or married couples or small families. Each home has its own small kitchen and bathroom area, and often in the summer there is volleyball games outside, which can be a lot of fun. Each accommodation block shares a laundry space with washers and dryers. We also have a nice fire pit area, and if you cast your eyes beyond the fire pit area, you'll see a field. This houses our college sheep, and they all seem to get named by the students. Often there is a single girls flat and a single guys flat, so everyone here feels welcomed and is given maximum opportunity to belong. On the right is our Rainbows daycare facility. This was set up by the previous principal as a means to help families who had small children. Now Rainbows is a community daycare, and so the college sees many locals visiting each day. We love playing sports here, kicking a ball around, but we also love eating. We are blessed to have a nice functional kitchen, but even more blessed to have a full-time volunteer caterer who provides the students and staff with 5 lunches and 4 dinners each week. During the weekend, students cook for themselves. The dining room is home to many conversations, laughter and daily prayers, as well as games of table tennis. By the way, students also help keep this place nice and tidy. On the left, you will see the graduate board. Our students have gone out to serve in 47 plus countries of the world. Praise the Lord. The chapel space is great for worship, morning devotions, mission speakers, and dancing. The map constantly reminds us that the job is not finished. Many people have yet to hear the message of hope. The courtyard is a great space to grab some fresh air in between classes, to play a game of chess, to relax, to talk, or to just scoot around the place. The admin block houses a team of volunteer staff members who have heeded the call to serve in cross-cultural ministry. For example, Halim from South Korea looks after this reception area and welcomes any visitors on site. We would love for you to pop in and have a conversation with us and to hear the stories of how our staff came to East West College. Our tour is coming to an end, and I hope that you got a good overall perspective of the place. I remember the day when I visited in 2006. After my tour, I knew God was calling me to come and study, and that is what I did, and it was one of the best choices I made. Before we finish, let's take a last-minute peek from above. I know you want to see more. As you look from the college from above, I'm going to read you some student testimonials. It was an amazing and graceful period of time in my life that I could spend 2 years at East West College. I enjoyed every part of East West, from the daily morning devotions to the late night laundry duty. Great learnings from both the academic and practical side, and the missions chapel was one of my favourites. And it was a privilege that I could hear from other experienced missionaries. And the best of all, community life and people I met at East West. I have honestly loved my time here. It has truly encouraged me to grow and to keep being curious and growing once I've even gone. I feel very blessed to have been able to come here to be equipped to do God's mission on earth. If there are any Christians who want to be missionaries out there, I'd like to strongly recommend this college to them because of the college learning environment. It's a mature, positive way to learn, to experience, to work, and to verify their own cross-cultural communication skills for knowing themselves in order to serve God's people in the cross-cultural setting, team, and places. Thanks again for journeying with me as we've gone throughout the college. God bless you. Bye-bye.